Welcome back everybody. Today we're gonna play Vyse on Ascent. Today is day 19 on playing every agent on every map. Today's agent Vyse is one of the newest agents in the game. She was kind of underpowered, so if you know how to play her right, she is really good, but she is pretty hard to play for somebody that has never played her, so that's why I'm showing you Vyse on Ascent. Ascent is also one of the maps I played with her when she first came out, and I had a 30-9 game where I completely carried the game by playing Vyse and outplaying the enemies. And I'll show you the setups I used to get to that 30 kills and how I played in the other rounds to get you some high kills on Vyse as well and get the best out of Vyse. By the way, this is my shop for today. Tell me what you think about my shop. I really don't like any of those skins, but let me know down in the comments what you think about it. Starting off with A-side defense. For an A-side defense, you have a couple of pretty easy options. One is a wall right here to block off main. As soon as they come out, your wall triggers and you know if they're out. Combined with the wall in main, you can put a flash right up here. Most of the times when people come out main, they're gonna try to go either towards this side, trying to close the door right here, or try to go towards this side, getting a peek on whoever's heaven or backside. By having a flash up there, you flash anyone in any of those angles. For example, if I stand here, I don't even have to directly look at the flash. It still flashes me. And it's pretty hard to dodge. Let's say you were standing over here, there's not really a spot where you can dodge the flash, and you're gonna get flashed either way. Even if you're close here, you're not gonna get flashed, but you're close here, most likely from a chat dash or something, and you yourself play over here so you can get the kill on that person for free. In combination with a wall like this, you can use a razor vine right here. If you use it here, it covers all of this right here, and the people trying to go towards switch are gonna be slowed and you get free kills. Especially with a flash, this is pretty strong. The other thing you can do with your razor vines is to just stop them from entering. Let's say your wall has already been triggered, you killed the first guy that came in. Just keep on throwing razor vines in main. They're gonna have a hard time coming out. If they are coming out, you can kill them for free because they're gonna be slowed. And if they're like already in main close and they're trying to go back, they're gonna take a lot of damage since the razor vines just got updated to do way more damage than they used to. Another option is to use a razor vine right here. If you use it right here and you have your teammate holding right here, even if they die, you can pop it, and the people from short are not gonna be able to come in. They're gonna take a lot of damage if they do, and you get free kills on site. You can also stall a lot of time for your teammates to rotate over towards a site. If you just place a razor vine right here, play here yourself, and have your main be covered by the wall. Another way to use your wall is a wall like this one here. In combination with that wall, you can use a razor vine right here and a flash up here. Like this, anyone coming out of main trying to go towards switch is gonna trigger the wall. You can just wait here and hold, then flash that guy, or pop the razor vine right here. And whoever is trying to help that guy right here, going around it, is gonna take a lot of damage from the razor vine. And the person being here close is most likely gonna be full flashed and you get free kills. Like that you can isolate fights and tear each of the enemies apart one by one. Another setup you can use, which is a really good one for playing for retake, is a setup like this, where you place your wall right here on the edge of this wall, like this, and it covers almost all of this. Even if they walk over here, the wall is gonna get triggered. If you have a flash right here, you can pop that flash, hide back here. This is pretty good if you're playing for a retake. Like that you can pop your flash, pop the razor vine, you place right here behind Chen so the people from Chen can't push you, and the wall covers the rest of main. Whoever is on site is gonna be full blind, or you can get a free kill on them. And I recommend this setup if you have your ult, because with a setup like this, you're giving them a lot of space. But you also have a setup to hold on to site, so your team can easily flood out of heaven without having to control under. You can then ult as soon as your team is here, and all enemies on site are not gonna have a weapon, and you can get free kills off of them. Switching over towards mid. In mid, there's not much you can do. You can firstly do a wall like this to just get mid information to know if they're walking up. The other option you can do is to use your flash for mid information as well. You can just use your flash through the wall, place it up here somewhere in the beginning of the round and insta flash. If you don't flash anything, there's nobody top mid and nobody close here. You can then keep your flash up here and just flash as soon as it has reloaded and have mid information. But the mid information isn't that good. You only get the information if there is somebody there. You don't get the information on how many people are there and who is there. So I don't recommend using that. As a Vyse, it is way better to hold a site than to just play for information. For B, you also have a couple of options. You can firstly use a wall like this one to cut off anyone trying to be in main from the person trying to enter towards site. With a wall like this, you cut him off from, you have one enemy trying to go lane or trying to go switch, and you cut off the rest of the team in main. You can combine that with either a flash right here to flash them if they come lane, or with a flash up here to flash them if they're trying to go towards switch. As soon as you wall trigger, you flash, and then you can focus on the person trying to go switch, and they're most likely going to be full blinded. After you have gotten the kill on the person that is entering, you can then go back towards side and play from backside. With a razor wine right here along this wall, you can basically stop them from coming lane or even coming out of main. If they are coming out towards lane and trying to take lane from you, you have a pretty strong stopping power for them, and they're going to take a lot of damage. You can combine that with a flash from backside right here. You can then play back here if you have a teammate holding your CT and stairs walk out, and just flash off of the contact of either somebody jumping down or you see somebody crossing here, and you can then flash. Anyone being flashed is most likely either gonna run in towards this corner or run back towards main, and you get 3 kills on them running back because they are full flashed and they're not gonna expect a setup like this. By the way, if you hear them coming way too fast in the beginning of the round, you can just use a razor vine right here, and by that you're stopping their push, and they're gonna take a lot of damage if they power through your razor vines. And you have a really good stopping power for anyone trying to play fast. Razor vines are usually placed in spots where people like to come to. So you can place a razor vine right here for anyone trying to go switch. As soon as you hear them closing the door, you can start, you can activate it, and anyone in here is going to take a lot of damage. And if they're not running away, you can get 3 kills off of them from CT or even from playing here on stairs and just spraying through this wall right here. The other option is to use one right here to stop them from coming lane, like I showed you before. One in main here to stop them from even coming out of main. Or one towards side. As soon as you hear them drop, you can pop that one. They're gonna be stuck here, and you can swing into them and get 3 kills. If they're moving, they're gonna take a lot of damage. And even if you don't kill them, they're gonna be stuck here for at least some seconds. And especially combined with a Brim ult or a Sub ult or just any damaging ult, this is really good. Because first of all, they are slow, they're gonna stay in there. And if they move, they're gonna take a lot of damage. If you want to be really annoying on Vyse, you can use a razor vine right here. Throw that here as soon as you hear somebody in main, and then just spray through this wall. Anyone in main is gonna try to run away. Combined with a Sova dart, this is really good because you can spray through this wall with an Odin. By the way, best Odin spam spot is right here between those 2 bricks, right in the middle. Just spam through, and you kill anyone trying to contact up here on this lane. You're gonna do a lot of damage, and like that I've gotten kills in a lot of my games. The retake potential on the Vyse isn't the greatest, but what you can do almost any round on the retake, you can throw a razor vine in main, so the people in main can't really come out. Or if you have your ult, you can also ult from right here, because your ult acts like, has the same range of a Killjoy ult. And if you ult right here, you get almost all of sight, including everything in main, except for Wine. Wine is the only place where they can be at, and in a safe place to have a gun. So if you use your ult like this, most of the people on site are gonna have a hard time fighting against you. Same thing on B. On B, you want to stop them from being in main by just throwing a razor vine right here. Or use one towards backside, or towards like the back of the default plan spot. You're just throwing one right here and popping it. You can then either ult from market if you don't have front side, or even go towards switch and ult all of side, which is pretty strong, because if you ult right here, you get all of side, all of main, and all of CT. So anyone being close doesn't have a weapon, and they are gonna struggle to hold a retake against you. Switching over towards attack. On attack, you have a couple of different options with your wall. If you don't have another sentinel to hold flank, I'd recommend you use your wall on flank. With a wall like this one, you have early information if somebody is coming from behind, and nobody can get over this wall without triggering it. So you always know if there's somebody behind. Other options you have is to use your flash similarly to a breach flash in main. Flash you for your team. Anyone in main is going to either destroy the flash or get full flash, and they're going to go back. If they destroy the flash, their crosshair placement is going to be off. Your teammate coming in towards main is going to have an easy kill on them. Vyse isn't the greatest agent on attack, but you can use her razor vines to stop people from pushing out, especially out of market or heaven. With a razor vine like this, you stop them from coming out of heaven, and with one right here, you kind of stop them from coming out of market. Don't forget, your razor vine slows and damages your teammates as well, so don't throw it in spaces your team wants to take. You can also use it to trap people in under. Like that, the people in under are gonna be stuck, and you have a free kill on them. If they are trying to come out, they're gonna take a lot of damage, and if they're staying under, they're gonna be stuck in a corner, and you can just spray them through the edges of the boxes or even through the edges here. A play I really like doing on Vyse, especially on attack, is as soon as you are on site and planting, your flash should have recharged. Use your flash up here, hide yourself up down here. As soon as they're your steps in heaven, you can flash and then peek up. Anyone in heaven is gonna get full flashed if they're looking towards this side here. Even if they're looking here, you're gonna get a free kill on them because of you jumping up and the flashing all the enemies looking towards the jump up. I wouldn't recommend placing that flash in other situations except if there's a smoke right here, because like that they can't see your flash right away and your flash can have time to deploy. And as soon as you hear something or the smoke fades or you just feel like, yeah, they're gonna be close up here waiting for something, you can flash, jump up and kill all of them. Let's say you're trying to take mid. For a mid take, I recommend you use a flash right here. With a flash like this, you flash anyone in short or bottom mid, so they can't really hold you with an op, but always wait for the flash to pop and peek after that. By the way, something that is really important on Vyse's flash is that you always take it back right away. Because like that, it doesn't get shot and the reload counter doesn't get affected. If your flash gets shot, it's set at 40 seconds, and if it doesn't get shot, it's set at 20 seconds, so you can use it in a much timelier manner. Another thing you can do on short is to use your razor vine right here to stop them from pushing out short, or use your razor vine in market to stop them from pushing out of market. You can also trap enemies by knowing where they are, from example a Salvador, and just throwing a razor vine close, so they can't really get out. If they are trying to get out, they're gonna take a lot of damage. The problem with that being, if they are in the razor vine and they think, yeah, you're gonna push them, they're just gonna hold you. So I'd recommend you have some damaging utility to throw at them. If you know they're stuck in that corner, you're gonna do a lot of damage to them and you can get free kills off of that. By peeking, you're kind of giving them a chance to negate your util. If you're taking mid from B-Link, you can use a flash up here. Flash anyone being close button mid, like for example right here, or trying to get there, or anyone short. You can just flash, recall your flash, and then peek short. You can also use your razor vine right here to block off them from trying to push out of short. This is especially good if you know somebody is stuck in cubby that doesn't have a get out of jail free card like a chat or an omen TP, and they're gonna take a lot of damage trying to get out. The other option you have is to throw one right here by jumping into pizza. Anyone in pizza is gonna get slowed and they're not gonna be able to peek out, and your team has a free time killing them. But this is mostly worth if you know they are already here and you can get free kills off of them. Switching over towards B. If you're starting on B, you can use a flash through this wall right here to blind anyone in main. Your flash either gets shot or you flash somebody. Like that, you get the information somebody is close here, and you can tell your team to use util to clear that place out.
Retrieving flash.
By the way, the best flank wall right here is one like this one.
All set.
It gets a little earlier information on the enemies trying to come in, and you usually know if somebody is flanking. The other option is something like this. A wall like this blocks off all the way back here, and you have even earlier information if somebody is flanking. By the way, the same thing as on a Cypher Trips also counts on a Vyse wall. If you use your wall like this, you're playing for B. If you use your wall like this, you're playing for mid towards A or towards market. A wall like this doesn't give your team as much info as the wall like this does if they're trying to push flank, and the other way around. Let's say you use your ult on B. Your ult is the same way as a killjoy ult, so a ult like this one is pretty good because it clears all of site. If you're taking site, I'd recommend you use your razor vine right here in CT, so nobody can peek out of CT, and in market, so nobody can walk out of market with a flash. The other things you can use it for is to place one on stairs, because sometimes people like to push stairs. With a razor vine like this, you most of the time stop them, and you can have your Sova throw shock darts there, your Raze throw a nade there, and anyone being close here is gonna take a lot of damage through the other utility, or trying to get away from your team by going through your razor vines. Let's say you want to take site, and you are on lane. You can use a flash like this one to flash all of site. Or you can even use a flash like this one, flash backside. Anyone in backside is gonna get flashed or trying to dodge it or trying to shoot it, so your team has an easier time coming out of lane because they're more focused on the flash than your team. And if they are more focused on the team, they're just gonna get full flashed, and you have 3 kills. One important thing I've seen a lot of people doing is playing their razor vine the same way they play a killjoy molly. This is just straight up bad, because your razor vine doesn't do any damage if you're just standing in it. Like right now, I'm not taking any damage, but if I move, I'm taking damage. So using it at the same way as a killjoy molly is pretty bad. Use it to stop enemy pushes. That's the best way to use a razor vine. Not to use as a molly, or to use as if you know somebody is trapped in a corner. You can keep them in that corner. You're not playing using the razor vine to kill them. You're using them to keep them in the corner and keep them put so they don't try to peek you aggressively. If I had to give Vyse a rating from S to F on Ascent, I'd give her the A tier. She is a pretty good side anchor, and she can do a lot of damage with her util and kill at least one enemy if played right. Even if you don't play her right, she's still a pretty good stopping agent to stop enemy pushes. And if you have an enemy team that's comprised of mostly duelists or just a really aggressive enemy team, Vyse is probably the best agent on his map. I also asked Sliggy what he thinks of Vyse on Ascent. He's talking more about pro play though. So in ranked, I think Vyse is better than in pro play, because ranked is less coordinated and way less sweaty than a pro match.
Currently doing a video for YouTube. You want Vyse on Ascent? It's okay, it's not great. It's like a B. B tier.
Big thing coming out here.
It's pretty good now with the upgrades.
That would be it for me. Tomorrow we're gonna look at Sova on Sunset, and the day after we're gonna look at Viper on Abyss. I really hope you enjoyed. If you want to see any other agents on other maps, write it down in the comments. And if you have any suggestions for other things I could do, write them down there as well. This is your daily reminder to follow me on Twitch. Everyone have a nice day, enjoy the rest of your day, and see you guys very, very soon. Bye!